Hi, this is Yanchi from Concord 9th. Today I'm here to walk you through our January 2018 new product release. As you can see, we have lots of fun products this month. We usually have a one-click option where you can buy the full release with one click and add it to your cart. Well, this month is slightly different. There are two one-click options this time. We have bundled together our Just Because bundle and our Hearts bundle into a one-click. Then we have made it so you can buy the full Monogram Collection plus the die as a second one-click option. We did this because of the spend this month. The Monogram Collection is a bit more of a spend, and we certainly don't expect you to buy it all at once. However, you can, and it's discounted if you do. I will be sharing a few details about each of these products and showing you some projects today. But be sure to check out each individual product page for more inspiring projects and even how-tos on how to use these products. Let's get started. Here is our Just Because bundle. This was inspired by a dear friend of ours who had requested some foliage type imagery to go along with flowers and other dies that she has in her collection already, or something that can also be a standalone and just use on its own. We love the idea because we are also fans of foliage, and it can also be used all year long. So what we did is we centered the foliage around the sentiment just because. Well, because we can all be sending cards without an occasion in mind, right? You don't have to send cards just for a birthday or some sort of celebration. Anyone who received a card in the mail that said, "Just because you matter to me," would put a smile on their face, don't you think? Anyway, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you a little bit about how these work together. Let me slide this over. First thing I'll show you is what the dies cut out here. So you've got these nice different foliage things. You also, there's a rectangle in the die, which is a separate piece. And I want you to know that it's a double cut. So it not only cuts out this rectangle, but it cuts out this frame as well. We love the double cut idea. Then you've got this flower, and something unique about this is the slits in the die actually go down pretty far into that flower. I can show you that. And it just makes it easier for curling up your flower to give it a little bit of life and dimension on your cards. Just helps those petals fold in a little bit easier like that. Okay, then you have a scripty because, and you also have this serif font that says Just Because. What's nice about this is these, the just and the because are on their own little plates. So you can use them inside the rectangle frame right here, and it gives you that negative peek through. Or you can use the letters, oh, my C's flipped around. You can use the letters on their own as well. If you're wanting to line them up and just use the letters on their own, use this as a guide. So what you can do is just take your T and like glue it back in place, and then when you lift this up, the T will stay down and it'll be spaced nicely for you. Then you've got this little banner. Here's the banner, and the sentiments in the stamp set, these little sentiments right here, like "you matter to me," "you inspire me," "my life is better because of you," fits on this little banner piece. And one other thing I wanted to show you is we've got this little flower die. There's actually 7 individual little blossoms that will die cut out. And we did that so that you don't have to keep track of a teeny tiny little die to get these little blossoms to put on this sprig, as you can see there. Now, one other thing I want to note is that the stamps and the dies are not cookie cutter. So what this means is when you die cut your element, this is stamped and this is die cut, and as you can see, they go in opposite directions, and we did that so that you have additional layering options in your card. Same thing with here. This has got like a little crosshatch design on the stamp, and then that one can just layer nicely like that, and this one also goes the opposite direction of the stamp, and again, it's just so that you have additional layering options. They are not meant to line up together. In the stamp set, you've got these nice pieces here where this big rectangle that's kind of got some distress in it, and also this little skinnier rectangle. And that is so that you can stamp that rectangle down and then stamp your sentiments on top of it. Just gives it a nice little like brushed swash look behind it. And like I mentioned, these little sentiments fit on that banner piece. And then feel free to mix and match. The just right here is actually stamped from the stamp set. And then we mix that together with the scripty die cut piece and the because. Okay, so there are a lot of different options with this stamp and die. And let me just show you a few projects that we've made as well. So this was on our sneak peek. This one does combine, there you've got your stamping with your die cut pieces. You've got the little blossoms on there. We did the just is a negative and the because is a die cut element. So you've just got all these really pretty floral sprigs sticking out and you've got your focal point there in the just because. Here's another one that combines the stamping and the die cutting. So these two elements are stamped. You've got the die cut sprig here. We've added the flower on top. We even stamped the flower. The flower is stamped and then die cut. And then as you can see, we've got that frame because it's a double cut. We did it twice. So once with white cardstock and once with black so that we could frame that out. And I actually really love that this is non-traditional foliage colors and it looks really pretty. The black and white and then the like coastal blue color. Okay, here is another one where we've actually used this rectangle image right here, this direction, and stamped it behind, stamped these, and then added a die cut foliage. And then we used those little bitty flowers to create the center of that flower on this card. And these are both die cut. The just and the because are die cut and added to that card. Here's one that just has a lot of stamping. So we've used these flowers and the little leaf elements to stamp around the rectangle. And then we stamped just because, and then used this little die cut that says just because you inspire me. And here is one more where we've used that rectangle piece to create our own little striped background. We've got a vellum die cut element. And if you can see, we also just used the outline frame in that rectangle, just kind of to frame in that sentiment, but yet you can still see through it because it's just a little frame of cardstock. And then that copper because, love this color combo. Anyway, that just is a quick overview of our Just Because bundle. We think it's a super versatile set and we cannot wait to see what projects you create. Here we have our hearts bundle. We've received a lot of requests for a heart turnabout, so here it is. Okay, if you're unfamiliar with how our turnabouts work, you'll want to refer to our other videos on YouTube and in our shop that talk about how to create a jig so that you can turn this about 4 times and get it to line up for you. On the back of your packaging, we also have a small guide here. There's also a printable alignment aid in our shop that you can print off. Also on the back of your packaging, it shows you if it's stamped once, twice, 3 times, or even 4 times. That's really small, so I'm going to show you a little bit larger format here. So it's super cute, just stamped once on the back of your card. You can add it in with your second turn in a new ink color, 3 times, 3 different colors of ink, and 4 times with 4 different colors of ink. So you've got this cute grid here. You could even do it with just 1 color of ink. It'd be super cute. So that just is a little bit larger view of what it looks like once it's stamped. And then I want to show you a little bit about how these dies work. These are double cut dies, so they're similar to our Say Hello, Lucky, and Cuddles and Hugs dies. So let me just show you this here. So this piece right here is the double cut piece. It cuts this thicker love, and also it drops out this little outer line from that same die. Okay, then also you'll notice in the die set right here that it's got this thin scripty love, which die cuts that really cute love right there. And then what you can do is you layer all three together. So like on this piece, I've got the thicker love, the outline lined up, and then you can just take that scripty one and place it right on top. So the three all work together. We've also included a couple of different little heart strips in the die set. So this one is vertical. If you just die cut it one time, you can get this cute little strip of hearts, or you can run it through your machine a few times and alternate like the height, and you get this cute little background. Of course, you want to make sure you save the little fallouts because that's adorable confetti. And then we also have this vertical die, just depending on which direction you want your dies to go on your card. So you've got, it makes one little strip, or again, a cute little background for your cards. And then you've got this heart die cut element as well. So there's a lot going on with this die set, and it looks really cute over the top of your heart turnabout. So let me show you a few samples that we have showing that. So this one, this sample was on our sneak peek, and it shows the heart turnabout stamped 4 times. So you got 4 different colors of ink there. And this is also all 3 layers of the double cut love die. So it's called hearts and love dies. So you've got the gray outer piece, the blue puffy love, and then the thin white love, and then that heart die. Really fun sample there. Here's one where we've just used 2 pieces of the die. So the thicker love with a black thin over the top. And then look, that we've used those vertical dies to create a really fun peek through on that card. Okay, here's another one where the love itself was die cut from a stamped turnabout piece of paper. And then we just mounted that on top of a piece of cards or another card and added some sentiments on there. Really cute. And then here's one where it's just a single heart turnabout, and yes, that is gold embossed. Isn't that really pretty? So it's just one pass of the heart and then just the single thin line love die on top. Love that gold shine. There we go. Okay, so that is a quick overview of our heart turnabout bundle. These are sold separate, but you can also buy them together at a discounted price. So, do you love it? We sure do. We are excited to see all of your lovely projects. Introducing our Monogram collection. This is a full alphabet set plus an ampersand and a heart of 4x4 stamps that all coordinate with this one monogram die. Okay, so it is 28 different stamps, and they're all 4x4 in size, but there are 28 of them. Let me just explain how they work. Okay, like with our Blooms fill-in stamp set, the black area is actually the stamp and the flowers are the negative space. So the same holds true for this stamp. The black area is what stamps down on the ink, and then you're left with the negative space of this little heart. I wanted to be sure and show you what that does is it allows you to create different letters in different colors depending on what you'd like to do with them. Okay, and we've also, each set is also unique in that they have their own set of flowers and leaves. They also have their own set of sentiments, and if you'll notice down in the corner, they each have their own smaller letter to use as well. Okay, I wanted to be sure and show you this as well, that on the back of the packaging, it will show you how to line up your flowers and how they are in different colors. Okay, let me show you an example here. Here is the ampersand that has just been stamped down in a navy ink, and the flowers are not filled in yet. Okay, then what you do is you can take, now with if you can see this here, all of these leaves are connected together, and then these flowers are separate. On this stamp, these leaves are connected together, but those flowers are also connected together too. And it really is dependent on the little floral spray in each individual set, but it will allow you to stamp that down, like stamp your leaves all at one time. So all you have to do is find one little leaf section and line it up in your image. There's these little sprigs here that we'll stamp on there. And what you end up with, let me find it here. Okay, so there you've got your leaves. And all you have to do is see where they fall in the negative space to line them up. And then they all stamp at one time. And then you can easily see where these other little flowers fill in. But like I said, on the back of your packaging, it will show you an example of how they're intended to be stamped. So be sure and check out the back of your packaging. Okay, one other really cool thing about the set, like I mentioned, each one has a little alphabet letter. So if you do in fact buy the full set, you end up with a full alphabet. Not only do you end up with this size, which fits perfectly on cards, I'll show you in a minute, but you also end up with a smaller alphabet, the heart and the ampersand, if you buy the full collection. Now, we don't expect you to do that, but I am going to show you some samples right here. Let's show you how they also work with the die, okay? So this is the coordinating die. Let me just bring it back on here. Okay, so you've got an outer rectangle, which is this piece. It will, when you die cut it, it leaves a white border around each of the letters, the ampersand and the heart. Or you can just die cut your cardstock, which makes for a nice backer as well. Then you've got this inner rectangle piece, which actually die cuts. If you can see that, there's a cute little stitched edge, and it cuts the white off from around the outside. So it just leaves the color of ink that you stamped it in with a little stitched edge, which then if you want to, you could mount it so it layers nicely on that larger rectangle, or you can just use it on its own. Then it's got this banner piece, which fits most of the sentiments in the stamp set. Like I mentioned, they all have a different sentiment along the bottom. So like this one says, you and me, Mr. and Mrs. This M says, is for missing you. So you can actually layer that right over the top. So you've got that die. And then you have all of these little florals and such. Now they do not die cut exactly the florals in your stamp sets because they're all different. All of the flowers are maybe angled at a different direction, or they're a different size. So these are just complementing, okay? So that you can, as you can see, this one is larger than this, but it allows you to build and mix and match your stamps and dies. So you've got little pieces for leaves and little sprigs and flowers. They're really cute to build. And then there's this piece here. This may look confusing at first. It's right there in the die set. This is a little tab. So when you die cut it out, it will look like a capital I guess. But there is a scored element right there that allows you to fold that over. And that's what becomes your tab on the top. It's like a cute little clip on the top that you can string. You can put baker's twine through. It can become a tag, or it allows you to create a banner. So I'm going to actually show you some samples so that you can get a better idea of what I'm talking about here. Here is a sample that uses B. Now, what you need to know is some of the sentiments are specific to maybe occasions, like B is for birthday, or C is for celebrate, T is for thank you. Whereas some of the other ones, like S is for sympathy. So you can send a really pretty sympathy card. And notice that we've used the dies as extra little sprigs on the side. We even layered a little tiny flower on top of a stamped flower there, just to give it some fun dimension. Here is another sample this is actually a notebook. So you could personalize this. Not only are you using these for cards, like I said, they're perfectly sized for your card fronts, but you could give someone a personalized journal with the letter T or whatever. And again, we've just enhanced that by adding the die cut pieces. You've got your large rectangle with your stitched rectangle, and it just all layers really pretty together. Okay, and then here is one where we actually just use the lowercase. So K is for kindness, and we put a spray of die cut elements there. You've got your cute clip at the top with twine tied on it, and then we've just used the lowercase along with the sentiment that comes with the letter K. So really cute, super versatile. By the way, the background on this is our polka dot turnabout. And let me show you this sample. Okay, so you've got a fun T on the front. You could put your sentiment on there, or what you can do is build an accordion card that folds out and says thanks. Okay, we just love this idea so much, and like I said before, we don't expect you to buy the full alphabet. If you want to, fabulous. You'll have the full thing. You'll have the smaller alphabet to go with it. You can spell whatever you want. If you want to, what we've done is we've actually made a few smaller bundles that you can buy. So you'll be able to buy thanks as a bundle. So be sure to look for that in our shop. This will be sold, all of these 6 will be sold together at a discounted price, and allows you to make those really cute accordion cards, which by the way, that would fold up and fit in an envelope, and when they pull it out, oh my gosh, how exciting. Isn't that really cute? Okay, so we've got the thanks bundle. Let me show you the next one. We've got a smaller one. We've got one that says Mr. and then you can add the Mrs. on the end. And here we've created this really fun banner. Now, how cute would that be hung up at a bridal shower or at the wedding? Or you could even make this into an accordion card and give it to the bride and groom with maybe a gift card enclosed. Okay, so there is a bundle. And the die is sold separate. Same thing with the thanks. Okay, so you'll just buy the 4 stamps will be sold together at a discounted price, and then you would add on your die. But we just think that this is so cute, and again, hung up to create a really pretty banner. Super fun. So there's another bundle option available to you. And we've got one more. You might be wondering what this will be. So you've got HELOVY and the heart. Okay, this is going to spell a few different things. It can spell hello, which is super cute little banner. You can hang it on your door. You could hang it at on your craft station and just give it to somebody as a little way to little card to brighten up their day. So it spells hello, HELLO. It will also spell love. So you got LOVE. Okay, and then you can add in LOVELY. And we've added, so you've got hello lovely there. And because the heart is so cute and it goes along with this, this is also included in your bundle. Okay, so we've got a Hello Lovely bundle that you can buy together. Again, it's just the stamps, but you can buy the stamps together at a discounted price. And then you, if you haven't bought the die yet, you can just add the die on as well. Okay, so we are super excited about this. Again, you can buy this all together. You can buy all 26 letters, the ampersand and the heart with the die as a Monogram Collection bundle, and that is a discounted price. You can buy Hello Lovely bundle, Mr. and Mrs. bundle, Thanks bundle, or all of the letters, the ampersand, heart, and the dies are also sold separately. So if you just want to start out with your initial, you can do that too. You could even give one of these like to your friend whose name starts with S. This would be a super cute gift. Tie a little ribbon around it and gift it to somebody, some of your crafty friends with their initial on it. It would be really fun. Okay, so with the versatility of all of these stamps and all the different color combinations and everything you can do with them, you can put them on, like I said, you can make tags, journals, stationery, cards, banners. There are so many fun different things you can do, and we are really excited to see what you create with these monograms. Okay, so here it is, our full January 2018 new product release. We hope you are as excited as we are to use these new products. Again, be sure to check out each individual product page in our shop for inspiring projects and how-tos. Be sure to follow us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, Pinterest, and YouTube. And tag us when you make projects too by using the hashtag Concord and 9th. Happy crafting!